Hey, good morning, family. Hope that you're doing well. We get to wrap up the Gospel of John this morning. Love the Gospel of John. There's so much that John records that Jesus said and did that's so incredible. And the story found in John 21 is one of my favorite stories. But there's so many, again, incredible stories littered throughout the Gospel of John. It's just like he says at the end of this chapter that if everything that Jesus said and did were to be recorded, there wouldn't be enough books to record everything that Jesus has done. But I love this picture that's happening, this story that unfolds out on the water. The disciples have gone fishing, and it's a very reminiscent story that they've gone and they're fishing and they don't catch anything, right? And Jesus comes walking on the shore and he calls out like, "Hey, haven't you caught anything?" And they're like, "No." And so he's like, "Throw your nets on the other side." Like, hello, been here before? And so they do, and their nets begin to break, and John records like even the number of fish that they catch. But I love what takes place next, because the one whom Jesus loved, which scholars believe that is John himself being referred to there, recognizes that it's Jesus, and he says, it's the Lord. And I love what Peter does here. This is the thing that gets me every single time, because Peter, he sees that it's Jesus, and he just dives into the water. Says that he actually wraps his cloak back around him because he'd taken it off while fishing, and then he jumps into the water. Contrast that with the story of Peter walking on the water, in which there's middle of a storm, and Jesus comes walking out on the water, and Peter, he's unsure if it's Jesus, and so he says, "Hey, if it's you, Lord, if it's you, tell me to come to you on the water." And we see this incredible miracle, right? That Peter walks on water. Jesus says, "Go ahead and come." All right. And Peter comes out on the water. And all of us were probably thinking like, wouldn't that be incredible? Wouldn't it be incredible to have that kind of faith, to do the miraculous? And yes, that was miraculous, but I actually love this story more because it paints a picture that says, you know what? All that matters is my direction. Whether it's a miraculous profession of my faith or just a simple, messy, splashy jumping into water, I need to pursue Jesus. Sometimes I think that we often get discouraged when we don't see the miraculous. And so my prayer for us today would be that we would all be like Peter in this story. That no matter what, that we would just dive out of the boat and pursue Jesus, who is calling us to himself. May you draw closer and closer to him every single day.